Hi, good day to our lecturer, Dr. Rafida, which teach us for Engineering Mathematics 4. So we introduce, this is our video presentation of Group 6, assignment 2. So before that, I will introduce myself. My name is David Tiong Longwei, and this is my group member, Li Moon Feng, and Muhammad Shafi bin Muhammad Saleh. So for introduction, I will present about we need to choose, identify, and solve the analytic problem. So we will find a question in the journal, and we will need to choose the question, and we also discuss and create another question where relate to non-linear equation topic. So based on non-linear equation topic, there are three methods, which is bisection, sin method, and another one. So from the question we choose, the analytic problem, we have created a question which is based on a telecommunication antenna tower. So as we can see, the question is Ali stay at home in residential area of Bestari. So Ali found a tower antenna, and he wonder how this antenna can coverage an area of the resident area of Bestari. So that analytic problem he want to solve. So we solve that analytic problem. So next is what you want to solve is we determine the coverage of a telecommunication antenna tower. So we need to calculate using manually and using Excel, Microsoft Excel, act the 3.2 for result and discussion. So we use two methods from three methods which learn from chapter 1 non-linear equation, which is bisection and sin method. So next we consider use this quadratic function fx equal x power 2 minus 3x plus 2. We will calculate manual for the coverage of a telecommunication antenna tower, and we will using Microsoft Excel. So next is why you want to solve it. First we want to prove that our method can use to solve the problem in different method. So actually we want to prove that manual and simulation using Excel can prove the answer same, and also we want to compare the result from the calculation of bisection method and also sin method. Both the answer likely is not so much different, and lastly we to achieve this objective of assignment. So the objective is we want to solve the Ali problem, which is we want to calculate how much antenna tower can coverage an area. That objective for this assignment. So next is where you get the analytic problem we get from the source of the internet, and we modified the question we create. And next part is I will present about methodology, where we have just three methods to solve the arithmetic: bisection method, sin method, and Newton Raphson method. But actually we use two methods, which is bisection method and sin method. So next slide I will pass to my friend. So thank you, that's all for me.
Hi, doctor. My name is Li Moon Feng. My turn number is AE190088. For this assignment, our problem is to determine the coverage of the telecommunication antenna tower. To solve this problem, we use the nonlinear equation of bisection method and secant method. These two methods is the best method to find the roots of the equation in our assignment. We are using this numerical method to calculate the coverage of an antenna tower by using manual calculation and using Microsoft Excel software to get the accurate result. The problem is solved by manually and Microsoft Excel software. For manual calculation, We do the manual calculation by using the formula of precision method and second method referred to the reference books. For Microsoft Excel, we have inserted the equation and formula for both methods to get the result. Why we use the Microsoft Excel to simulate our problem? This is because the Microsoft Excel can help us to investigate a real-life phenomenon, process, or problem using a model or a numerical equation. It can help us to solve our problem. Last, we will use that to compare the manual calculation result to ensure the accuracy of the result. The flow chart here is show the flow of analyzing this assignment can reach the objective. First, we start to conduct manual calculation according to the formula of bisection and second method. Then, if the result is obtained, then we will go to compare manual calculation with Microsoft Excel's calculation. If the result not obtained, then we will go back to the step 2. After we get the exact result from compare manual calculation, then we will start to analyze result and discuss the difference between calculation and the software calculation. Then we will start to write report and end our assignment. If we can't get the exact result, we need to go back to step 2 to do again until we get the exact value. Next, I will show our manual calculation in our assignment. For the bisection method, we can conclude here is since the FC in interior 9 is equal to 0.0001 and less than 0.0005, the root of fx equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 is approximate to C9 equal to 0.9999. Next, we'll show about the software simulation with Microsoft Excel. For the bisection method, we can conclude here is since the FC in iteration 9 equal to 0.0002442 and less than 0.0005, the root of fx equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 is approximate to C in interior 9 equal to 0.9999756. After we done the manual calculation and software simulation, we found that the result of manual calculation and software simulation are slightly different. Although the final result value is slightly different, but we get the same iteration in both calculation for each method, which are 9 iteration for bisection method, 5 iteration for second method, so that we can conclude that the coverage of an antenna tower can be calculated by using bisection method and second method. Based on our result, we know that the range of the accuracy alternate is 0.9999 km. After we use the manual calculation and software simulation, we found that the software simulation is better than the manual calculation. This is because it's more convenient and reduce the human error compared to manual calculation. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad Safi bin Muhammad Saleh. My student ID is DE190048. So, I will be presenting about the result and discussion for second method. Okay, which we can see on this on my screen here. We have the manual solution and software solution. So, as the equation that has been presented by David earlier. So I have constructed a second method using that equation. So on the left side is my manual solution using second method, and the right side is my results of the data using our software, which is Microsoft Excel. So in comparison, in software simulation is a little bit more efficient because we have to set the formula in software, and then the Excel itself will calculate. It's in a very precise value rather than manual solution that which we use with which we use our calculator, which we set into 4 decimal places only. Okay, why do we get this result? Okay, so for this calculation and solution, we want to determine for one antenna what is the accurate range that can be covered in Bestari residential area. So the equation depicts on the connection by antenna to another antenna to get the most accurate range for telecommunication coverage in a certain area. Yes. So based on the calculation that we have used, which is 2 methods, we have the second method and versus method. So for one antenna, now for the second method that we have calculated, that it covers around for 0.6667 kilometers. Meanwhile, for the bisection method, we have calculated about 0.625 kilometer to cover an area for telecommunication coverage in the study residential area. So next, why do we get these findings? Okay, so to compare the result of our manual calculation for our bisection method and second method, to compare for these two methods in manual calculation and software simulation using Microsoft Excel. Next, to determine the number of antenna needed to install in the residential area to cover for telecommunication coverage. So next is the table in manual solution and software simulation, which I have present for the segmented, and Fang has present in the bisection method. So the iteration data. So from the iteration data, we can get the number of antennas that we needed to be used to install. So after calculation for the final calculation for both of methods, so we have identified that the bisection method data is more precise because of the accuracy test that of the antenna is tested rather than the second method that only just tests for the antenna for one time. So that in conclusion, simulation calculation is more efficient than manual calculation itself in gaining the data. And next, by using the bisection method and second method, we have eased the calculation process in gathering all the data. So in a nutshell, we can conclude that the bisection method is the most efficient method in implementing to gather all of data for our problems, which is to find the most accurate number of antenna that we need to install and testing the accuracy for each of the antenna to use in the residential area. That's all from me. Thank you.